Hey there, everybody. Graham here. I figured I'd come back to the Terra demo and just play a bit more. I had a lot of fun with it the first time, so I figured, why not try it again? Okay. Yeah, so it does seem to run you through the same kind of tutorial every time, but by now I kind of know what I'm doing, so let's just start. How do I want to set this up? Maybe one here. Gonna tuck one back here. Just want to get a couple of these down to make things easy on us. Okay. Now, I think that'll be good to start because we can, of course, figure things out as we go along. Perfect. Got a lot of water out of that one. So I'll need... yeah, looks like 2 more. Let's do that. And then let's set another one up over here. Probably won't be able to get this tiny little bit there, but that's fine. Alright, so we have our water. Now, let's start getting our... let's start getting the ground ready. Gonna be tough to hit anything up here, it seems. No worries. That's the wrong one. I want one of these. I should add 2 more, should be good. Actually, might be able to fit. That one. Obviously don't want to go overboard with it, because I don't want to run the risk of running out of material. But that gives us plenty to start with. There we go. Let's get another one down. So one of the big keys to this game is balancing how you're spending your resources. Because you want to make sure that the stuff you're doing is going to be as beneficial as possible. Okay, so we're at 38%. Let's get another couple of these down to give us more room to work with. This is going to be very important eventually, I imagine. Or rather, the simple fact that we have trees around here should come in handy. Yeah, let's just do that so there are no awkward, empty spots. Get 117 for that. Or I can get 99. And that sets up a really easy one here. Okay, so we have this whole side nearly finished. Yeah. Uh, as far as I can tell, you're never going to get this perfect, so don't stress over perfect when all we need is good enough to hit the objective. Alright, now let's see what we can do over here. One right here. We can put one here. We can put one here. And we can put one here. And get a couple more down. And again, this is just to give us space to work with for the rest of the process. Is there anything we can do? Yes, actually, we can do this, which allows us to put down this one, and we can also fit one here. A little expensive, but that will allow us to get a good, get some good coverage later. Yeah, there we go. Do I have an access to a calcifier? Yes, I do. So, calcifiers are really handy because they allow you to create rocks on which to put your windmills. So we'll do this, put one a little further out, and just like that, this entire plateau that we couldn't hit before is now available. So what's the 82? What about 90? Yeah, I really enjoy the resource management puzzle that this game presents. It's just, between the gameplay loop and the music, it is just a very relaxing game. Alright, yeah, let's do that. And then I should have room for just one more. Just to even things out. Okay, so first things first, a research center is actually very handy for the later part of the process. And you'll see what I mean when I get there. So we'll put you there. Now, let's start creating our wetlands. Alright, so you need power, so we'll need to get a calcifier down. This works so much better if I actually remembered the range on the excavator. Alright, so you want to use excavators early for one major reason. Because if I were to move this a little closer, you see how it turns red? That turns those back into wasteland tiles, which we do not want. Alright. And we'll go ahead and also drop in just to finish off that. Now, let's get some of this taken care of. Alright, looks like that's about as good as that's going to get. This should give us, say, maybe 2 new bits of wetlands, which is exactly what we were after. Hopefully those are all close enough to water. Yeah, this gets me 63. This gets me 51. Ah, very close, but not quite there yet. So, what are our other options? Oh, of course. We'll drop this here. We don't want that up on the hill. So I think +3 is the best we're going to get. And we got it. That is all of the wetlands that we need. Now, let's get us flowers. Yeah, so that's why I said this tree was going to be important, because when you regrow a tree, you can put a beehive on it to make some flowers, and flowers serve a couple different purposes. Okay. Now, here's where it gets tricky. Alright, so I'm gonna need to intentionally poison some tiles here. Yeah, and as you see, they just turned back to wasteland, which is fine, because what we're going to do is we are going to put down one of these and one of these. Now, if I've done this correctly, good, but we were able to use this to control the burn. So now, put down you. I'll take the loss to make sure I get what I need there. Okay, and that actually didn't dip us below what we need for flowers. However, we do still need a little bit of trees, which is where this one up here is going to come in. So we'll put that down, we'll put this down, and that'll burn away the entire plateau, which we should then be able to replace with trees. Of course, one of the nice parts about all of this, one of the nice things is that once we do that, we can put that down, and we have all of these new trees to put beehives on. So as you can see, we had dipped below on flowers, and now we are back up. And with a little bit of luck, this so close. Okay. How to Alright, so we're going to have to kind of pull the same thing again. Right here. Alright, so, and it's time to do the same thing again, where we're going to put down you, and then we're going to start a fire that should hopefully be contained by the trench we just dug. Alright. Get our Arboretum up. Good, I did not actually forget the name. Alright, now we just need to get back on track for our flowers, which is easy enough by just filling that out and then throwing a beehive right here. Or not. Can I do better? There we go. Just needed a little push in the right direction. But with that, we just need to start recycling everything. However, first, we are actually going to attempt to hit the target temperature and humidity, which appears to be fine on the temperature scale, and we just need to bring our humidity up. So we're going to place a humidity pylon. Gets us over there. Let's put one right there. And you can see it's moving along this line, so we'll just need to push it a little further. And there's actually a pretty good benefit for doing this, that if you get it where you need it to, you get a huge boost to your resources, which is fantastic when you get down into the recycling phase. And this one, if I'm reading this right, should land us dead center of the target, which is perfect. Right on cue. If you get it where it needs to be, you get a nice little thunderstorm starting. And honestly, I love the sound effects during this part. And as you can see, it's filling in a lot of the tiles that we weren't able to reach ourselves. I don't think it fills in all of them, but honestly, it's just a really neat effect. Okay, now, here comes the fun part. Where we start recycling all of the material that we brought in. All the while, we get to listen to this lovely storm. Alright. But yes, this is the last step in our process, and all we are doing is just recycling all of this. So, we just want to make sure that we hit all of the stuff that we brought in, so we can start putting down the collecting tower, or what is this? Loading dock for our little raft to come over and grab. Okay, and I want to say that is all of our buildings, but we'll see when we get where we're going. So this one should hit both of those. That one should hit both of those. Okay. Now, I think we actually have a waterfall right here. So we'll need to put in a pound lock so that it can get up to grab those two. Okay, this one's going to be a little bit tricky, but nothing we can't handle. Similarly, these two are going to provide a interesting little challenge. There's something I learned last time that'll come in handy for these. And that is that you can jump them get to see the pound lock in action. Okay, that one wasn't close enough. Easy enough, though. We have plenty of material to work with. And look, it's raining again. And just like that, we have recycled everything. So, let's hit this launch button. And we are done here. Thank you for joining me on this second look at the Terra Nil demo. I'm very excited for this game. I'm really looking forward to when it comes out because it's just a really charming puzzle game with some great music that's nice to relax with after maybe a stressful day at work, or just when you feel like it. So, got a lot of work to do when the full game comes out, as you can see. Anyway, thanks once again for joining me, and I will see you in the next video.